Well, here we are in Mossbank Park, standing in front of where the main stage was for Party in the Park. It's hard to imagine, isn't it, that it was only 3 months ago that over 5,000 people gathered here for that community celebration. An amazing number of people in the open air, experiencing something of Christian community through that event. I'm reminded again of Paul when he arrived in Philippi. Where did he go? He went to the open air, down by the river, where he found some women praying. It was there that he met Lydia, and we're told that Lydia heard what Paul had to say, and the Lord opened her heart to receive his message. It's a real challenge, isn't it, to remember that with the people that we live among, those close to us, that the Lord is opening their hearts to receive his message. We just need to be sensitive to where they are, to be listening to their questions, to be there for them, to bring something of the reality of God's love in word and action to their lives. So here we are outside the Magistrates Court in Bolton Town Centre. This place has fond memories for me. Over the last year I was Mayor's chaplain, and a lot of the council meetings were actually here in the Magistrates Court while they're refurbishing the main Town Hall council chamber. Interesting times when on a number of occasions the meeting was disrupted and we had to leave because of people making protests in the council meeting. However, it reminds me that as a church, I believe our call is to work with those in authority within our town, be it the council, community groups, others who are concerned for the welfare of the people of our town. This place also reminds me in the story that Paul and Silas were brought before the magistrates. The magistrates were concerned that Paul and Silas were bringing trouble to the town, and so they asked them to leave. Paul graciously did in the end, but it again says, I hope that we as a church are not called to leave our town, but actually are here for the long haul, to really be part of God's work in this place. So here we are in Bolton Town Centre, in front of the Town Hall itself. And it's been a journey, hasn't it, from Smithills right into the centre of our town. And this underlines our heart to have a vision for the whole town, for all the people who live and work in this place. Thinking about workers and the workplace, Paul ends up in prison with Silas in Philippi. Then there's that remarkable earthquake. So the prison was thrown open and the jailer rushes in, fearing that all the prisoners had escaped. But Paul and Silas were there and assured him that everything was okay. So he asked that key question, what must I do to be saved? He recognised that God was in that place, even in all the chaos and the confusion. As we think about that jailer who was doing his work and yet encountered God in his workplace, so our concern is that those in this town will encounter God in all sorts of places, in their workplace, in their community, in all the sort of things that they're doing. And as whole life disciples, we have that calling to be serving God to all the people of our town, wherever we are. Again, we're called to different places, at work, at school, in the community, neighbours, friends. But anywhere we can bring that message, the answer to the question that so many people have, what must I do to be saved? How can I know the reality of God in a confusing and challenging world? That's our heart, that's our vision for this place.